Scott Cawthon just announced a new Five Nights at Freddy's game, but this time it's based on the books. Scott Cawthon just announced a brand new game based on the Five Nights at Freddy's Fazbear Nights Into the Pit book, which is the first ever story in the recent Five Nights at Freddy's book lines. Scott and the studio are releasing it this year in honor of FNaF Turning 10. Today, I watched this trailer and it was absolutely crazy. You won't want to miss this. Trust me. Before we begin, I want to see if you can Springtrap cake that like button in under 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. That was pretty fast. Did you do it? If you did, congrats. Here's your paycheck. But if you didn't, don't worry. Just use a time-traveling ball pit and try again. Alright, enough of the silly stuff. Time for the long-awaited Into the Pit trailer. Alright guys, you already saw the intro. You know what time it is? Time to watch the Into the Pit official gameplay trailer for this year. Alright, I haven't seen really anything about this, so let's just hop on in. We got Jeff's Pizza. Oh, I love the pixel art. Oh, it looks kind of closed. It looks dilapidated, destroyed, all that stuff. Oh! It's Spring Bonnie, I think. Yeah, it looks like him. He's telling us to follow him, to come with him. Oh, he's scary. Oh my god. Well defined. Sorry. This is just shading. Looks like we're coming out of a vent into an arcade area, and then a dining room place too, maybe. That's what it looks like. Alright, walking through this zone. We got Freddy, we got our dad. It looks like a really old... Oh my... Jeez, that got me. Oh my... He's taking our dad. What the hell? Okay, but he's still alive when he gets dragged. He wasn't killed. And we're hiding inside the Golden Freddy place. Oh my god, there's so many things to look at here. We're hiding inside of here. Oh, this reminds me a ton of Sister Location. Oh my god. And he's coming by. Was that Guts or was that a spring hinge? He's looking at us deep in the eyes and then he... Bam! He gets us. Okay. Okay, that's good. That's good. I love that. This has a ton of potential. Oh, that was sick as hell. Alright, let's go ahead. Let's watch that again, but give our 2 cents on everything there. Alright, so the first thing we see is Jeff's Pizza. This is not a Freddy Fazbear location. This is a standalone location, which I don't think we've ever seen before outside of that one storybook. And it looked kind of dilapidated with this like hole and stuff here. And just like the look of it in general, it looks abandoned, or at least not well taken care of. And then it becomes dark, grimy, and spooky with a little bit of fog. The lights are now turned on, which leads me to believe it's open. I mean, why else would the lights be on? And there was no closed sign before, but it looks kind of closed. It doesn't look like a great place to be. Okay, we get the guy himself, Spring Bonnie. It looks like we're going to be meeting him right at the beginning of the game. We can see that there's like a register here and a little counter, which looks like sort of like the entrance to the location. This is where, you know, you'd walk in, and yeah, look, there's a little exit right there. It's kind of hard to read. It looks like exit backwards, but I can't really tell. And then we got Spring Bonnie. He is very tall. He's got a little purple bow tie, bright blue eyes, which is terrifying to look at. He sort of looks at us. It flashes, which is a terrifying visual, by the way. That is not okay. And then he beckons us towards him to follow. And then he turns around and he walks away. Oh my god. He looks like he could take on a bear, bro. Do you see this? He's very muscular, which is kind of scary. And he walks away into the darkness. He is terrifying. I just want to say that is so scary. So then this is our kid. We got Bonnie, the bunny, looking at us as a little wall decoration. Looks like this is near the beginning of the game. Because I noticed earlier there's a little health meter thing. I didn't mention that, but it looks like this is going to be at the beginning of the game. It looks like a cutscene too, maybe. There's a little ticket eater thing right here, and 2 more mini games. They don't really have names at all. Looks like we're going to be able to traverse through the vents, maybe. And that's how we're going to get from place to place, other than just walking and using, you know, doors. And it looks like we do play as a kid here. We got a basketball Freddy poster. Toy Bonnie poster. We got the paper pals, which look a little bit different from the main paper pals, I think. We got a seat on the floor. It looks like this is the party room or the dining area, but kind of dilapidated and thrown around. And then if we resume, there's a cake up here, Spring Bonnie, and regular Bonnie. So Spring Bonnie was just a part of the attractions here at a Freddy Fazbear's, not at a Fredbear's. And there's some balloons here, orange, red, blue, and green, it looks like, and maybe a purple one back there, which I think are the colors from the Happiest Day minigame. Yeah, we got blue, yellow, so not orange, but yellow, red, green, and purple, which are all colors we sort of have here, or at least a similar equivalent. And then we got here, there's nothing much to notice here. There's some sodas, some drink stuff. Register. This looks like what might be a collectible. And this is the health icon, which shows, oh, we're in the game now. This is gameplay. It's either a health or a heartbeat. It might be interesting if it's a heartbeat and we have to control our heartbeat when we're around the monster so that it doesn't come kill us and stuff. That's what I think it might be. I think Mr. Hop's Playhouse had a similar idea. And this reminds me a lot of Mr. Hop's Playhouse, where it's a side scroller and you're trying to avoid the monster when it's near you by hiding in objects and just avoiding its view. And then when it sees you, it chases you. But you have to sort of find key items, find monsters. And it looks like there's also the employees only area, which might be where the creature, aka Spring Bonnie, would be. And then this is the pit. It says do not use, so it's out of order. There's handprints on it, interestingly. And then we have the dad right here. This is going to be our dad. We got Chica, Bonnie, or Chica, Freddy, Bonnie. Some stuffing for some reason. I don't know why that would be. So then our dad walks up. What were you thinking hiding in that nasty old thing? Didn't you hear me calling to you? This line makes me think is that we go into the pit, like to hang out because we're bored, because we want to have fun. And then once we go into it, that marks that first cutscene where we see the rabbit, this zone. And then it goes here. This is also part of that little zone where we're then following it. Same with here, because we don't have the beeping meter until here, which I think is going to be later after the creature takes our dad. And then see, we don't have the heart meter here, but it also might just be a cutscene. You never know. It looks like it's going to be kind of a linear story. You got like visual novel style with the text. And then Spring Bonnie jumps out and takes our dad, which was terrifying. Wait. But then as we're running, there's another Basketball Freddy poster. And this little Freddy thing holding pizza. But there's also a Circus Baby poster, which tells us that Circus Baby's pizza is happening at the same time as these other Freddy's locations. And I'm so sorry to the theorists. This also tells us Circus Baby's pizza was around at the same time as Spring Bonnie. So do your theories as you will, but this is gonna kind of suck for you theorists. Good luck. But there's also, that makes me think, is the timeline for this game in the same canon as the books? Like the Silver Eyes, Fazbear Frights, like the books? Or is it its own separate continuity as a game? Or is it part of the movies or the Steelwool games? Like, which continuity is this in? Because that's 5 different options. We're going to need confirmation because it could fit in anywhere. I kind of like the idea of it just being its own self-contained story. Just one game in a series of just itself. Just a fun little gameplay. But knowing Scott Cawthon and how this usually goes, that is not where it's going to end. What I'm assuming Scott's going to say is something along the lines of, oh, it has parallels like he did with all the other books and stuff. We can see we're running away from here, so this is probably after we see him do something. Maybe after we see him kill the kids, because we see that in the book. We go into the pit. We follow the creature. We see him kill the people. And then we run out, back to the pit, get out, see our dad, and then he takes our dad. And then we're in this area that kind of looks like a parts and service room. We can see a poster of what looks like a wizard. I can't really tell what that is. And then a golden Freddy, or maybe it's just a regular Freddy, but it's doing the golden Freddy pose. It's not exact, but that's pretty similar. I'd call that golden Freddy right there. So then we're able to hide inside of the golden Freddy. I'm just going to call it golden Freddy. It might be regular Freddy. That would be cool if you could hide inside of Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy as they're spread out throughout the facility as hiding spots when you are getting chased. And there's also some TVs here, a bunch of paperwork. If you look right up here, you could see some stars. So then once we're inside, we get like a Five Nights at Freddy's 5 ballerina section where we're sort of just looking out of the animatronic head. Kind of similar to what happens to Carlton in the Silver Eyes when we get trapped inside of it, only we're not forced to be inside of it. And then if we resume, we can actually hear our heartbeat, which makes me think it's a heartbeat and not a health monitor. And then Spring Bonnie comes by. He's got these huge hinges, or like locks, spring locks, which look terrifying, by the way. And for some reason, he has huge sharp teeth right here, which is awful. Bite down. Look over to where we are. I think he can hear our breathing and our heartbeat. Look over at us. Look inside the suit. See us inside of there. Then he realizes we're there. And then he chomps down on us. And that is Into the Pit. Well, fellas, are you excited for this game too? I know I am. And either way, make sure to let me know your thoughts on the game down below. I want to see what everyone else thinks of it. But I know I'm excited and I'm going to be playing this game the second it releases. And I hope this is just one in a line of many book adaptations to come. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. Thanks for being here for my analyzation. I am so excited for this game. The pixel art looks amazing. The story looks like it's going to be interesting. And the gameplay looks like it's going to be akin to Mr. Hop's Playhouse, but not necessarily in a bad way. Alright, there's about to be 2 videos on screen. The one on the right is going to take you to a video YouTube thinks you're going to enjoy. And the one on the left is going to take you to my most recent video. Thank you again so much for watching, and I'll see all of you in the next video.